In this video, I just want to give my thoughts on Arc Raiders. I could only play on Friday of the Server Slam, but I put 11 hours into it that day and I came away very impressed. I've only ever played Hunt Showdown back in the day like 4 or 5 years ago, and I did really enjoy it even though I didn't play it all that much, but that's really the extent of my extraction shooter experience. I had no desire to play Marathon because Bungie's a god-awful company and I don't want to support them, but I had heard some great things about Arc Raiders, so I was excited to see what's up. So when the Server Slam came available, I hopped in and I played solo, played with my friend in a duo, and I did solo but with squad fill, so I pretty much played every way possible. And it was a lot of fun. Every game is a unique experience. Sometimes you're getting into lots of PvP fights, sometimes you're taking on a bunch of PvE enemies, and sometimes you just dip in, get your loot, and get out. I mean, that really is the main point of an extraction shooter after all, so let's start there. The gameplay loop in this game is ridiculously addicting. I love it. I would say that you drop in, but really in this game, safety is under the ground, so you're actually ascending to the surface to loot gear and take it back underground. Looting in this game feels amazing. You're checking car hoods, cupboards, old abandoned lockers. It isn't like a battle royale like Apex Legends where you're just looting crates or stuff found on the floor. It genuinely feels like you're exploring this map and finding things as they would be found out in the real world. It really helps to build immersion. Another design element that helps with this tremendously is sound design. I don't really often focus on this aspect of game design, but when it is truly done right, it's so noticeable. I called it out in Hollow Knight for how good it is there, and in Arc Raiders, it's absolutely top tier. Breaching crates, triggering alarms, hell, even your footsteps when it's raining. It's all so authentic, and again, it really helps build immersion. This game genuinely has some of the best sound design in any game I've ever played, and you notice it immediately. I noticed it in my first 20 minutes in the game, and even my chat was noting how good it was. Little plug here, but I stream my whole playthrough on Twitch at itstizzle7, so if you want to watch me play games live, come give me a follow. So Arc Raiders is a third-person shooter, which some people just write off for some reason, but I really liked Fortnite, and I really like it here. The gunplay in this game does feel really good. The PvP fights are super fun, as are the PvE fights. The PvE enemies are extremely threatening and must be taken seriously. Also, being the beta, the weapons you are using are pretty awful, but that's by design. In the full version, you will obviously upgrade weapons and make them much stronger. But in the early game, some weapons reload super slowly or just hit like a pea shooter. But again, I actually like this because it feels immersive as hell, as does the ammo economy. It's very hard to come by, so it forces you to make wise decisions on whether to engage or not. Sometimes you've got to just sneak away rather than engage. Alternatively, you can juice your loadout when going to the surface with your best weapons and lots of ammo, but this is a high risk, high reward strategy because if you die or are not able to extract, you will lose everything that you came in with. This gives high stakes to each extraction, or at least the ones where you go in fully kitted. This feeling of pressure is extremely intoxicating. Honestly, I had some true butt-clenching moments just in the beta, and in the beta, all that progress that you made doesn't even really matter.
He's stuck it. Hang on a minute. He's trying to kill me. He's trying to shoot me while I return.
I'm out of ammo!
I got it.
Oh my god!
We stole
That is
that.
clutch as
We stole that.
fuck,
We stole
dude! So in the full version, this aspect of the game will only be ramped up further. You also have limited pack space, so if you do go in with a bunch of weapons, you can't loot as much for materials. Again, this gives you that push-pull and makes you weigh your options, and I just love that kind of strategizing. Looting and progression feels great too. You loot random items which you can sell or recycle into other parts, and you can use these parts to build helpful tools or weapons or whatever to help you in future extractions. Your stash is limited at first, but in the beta, I was able to double the size of my stash by upgrading it by selling items I had found. This lets you hoard even more stuff that you find to build even more items. The balance they strike here is really good. They really have it dialed in. It feels like with every extraction, you're always progressing in some way. You can also use currency to buy stuff from vendors, and these vendors also offer quests, and when you complete the quests, they reward you with even more helpful items. They also have a skill tree, so as you gain XP for each extraction, you can upgrade your character. I went all out into lung capacity and sprinting, and this actually came in extremely handy a number of times. If a PvP team pushes you, you can sometimes just sprint away if you're out of ammo. It also helps you traverse the map more quickly, which means you can get more loot and get out faster. And within that skill tree, there are many other upgrades as well, like being able to loot faster and such, which will just make future extractions that much more efficient. There's a lot to sink your teeth into here, and this gives a great long-term progression chase. Again, I cannot praise the progression in this game enough. Even in just the 11 hours I played in the beta, I could feel how much better my character was by the end. There were also feats that could unlock another currency, which allows you to purchase new costumes and stuff, which was very nice as well. Earnable cosmetics is always appreciated. I always love when you earn things for accomplishing something in a game rather than just by swiping your credit card. Sure, this game may have microtransactions at launch, but if they strike a good balance between earnable and purchasable items, then I'll be happy. Another thing I want to praise is the menu design and keybinds. I just played Battlefield 6 and I despise their UI, and especially their keybind settings. In Arc Raiders, I set my keybinds in like 2 minutes and I was good to go for the rest of the day. It felt awesome. The menus were also pretty easy to navigate, which is definitely appreciated. One thing I hate that all these modern games are doing is I had to make an Embark account to play. Just why? I needed an EA account for Battlefield, Activision account for COD, now this for Arc Raiders. Like, just fuck off and stop selling my data. Thank you. I did it because I wanted to play the game, but it just annoys me. Another thing that annoyed me is I could not get the game for Steam, so I had to get it on the Epic Game Store, but whatever, that's just a personal annoyance, and it was more to do with the server slam. If I wanted to, I could already pre-order and preload the game on Steam, so yeah, this is just a minor grievance. The server slam only had one map available to players, and a lot of further progression systems were locked, which is totally fair. But even at that, I never got bored of the base map. Every game feels fun and unique. It's extremely replayable and highly addicting. You always just want to keep hopping in for one more run. Like, even without the progression, it was just fun to do runs. When you add in progression and how good it feels to grow stronger, then this game will be one that you can easily sink hundreds or thousands of hours into. It has a great core gameplay loop. Another thing that I should mention is when I was squad filling, everyone I matched with was super chill and cool, and we all worked together. I had one match with a dude where we were demolishing guys in PvP. I had went in with some good weapons and we wiped out 2 squads, just the 2 of us. It was awesome. So I hope the community remains helpful and non-toxic. My solo matches definitely felt a little scary, but I was able to extract even solo. So if you think you don't want to play because you have no one to play with, I highly suggest still giving it a try and just squad filling or using a Discord LFG or something. It's a great way to meet people.
Alright, after you.
Hell yeah. GG's, dude.
GG's.
Plus, with squad fill, you can stick with your squad after the run if you want, and I think that's awesome, and it gives good potential to meet people in-game, and maybe make some friends to play with in the future. On this same note of interacting with other players, you have proximity chat so you can chirp opposing teams or even yell out to let them know that you're there. The prox chat and team chat is also super easy to opt in and out of. Just a click of a button and you can mute yourself or make yourself heard. It's very simple.
No, wait! I have a cheeseburger!
Another thing I should touch on is performance. This was a server slam, and on Epic at least, we did get booted from one game which sucked because we did lose our hard-earned loot, but such is the risk of a server slam. But outside of that, I had no performance issues whatsoever. No crashes or stutters or anything like that. By all accounts, it seems to be very well optimized, something that indie studios seem to be able to manage, but AAA studios somehow botch with every release. Looking at you, Borderlands 4. So props to the team at Embark for that. And earlier in the video I mentioned immersion and how the world feels so real from the sound design to the looting, but also the world building here is very good. I love the art design of this game. It feels pretty grungy, like you really did ascend to a desolate wasteland ravaged by Ark enemies. It feels like a Fallout-style post-apocalyptic world. They did a great job making everything here feel very cohesive. And on that note, you may have noticed in the background gameplay that even though we're playing the same map, the weather is often changing. There's a dynamic weather system in this game, so that's pretty nice as well. Sadly, I do have a ton of other games that I'm planning to play, so I'll not be playing this one at launch, but I do wish I could sink my teeth into it and play it for months on end. It's honestly that fun. Props to Embark for making a game that feels so damn good to play. I wish them nothing but success, and when I get done my backlog, I'm really excited to dive into this game and rip with some friends. I'm super impressed with how fun it is, and honestly, I can't recommend it enough. And this is coming from someone who has never been too high on extraction shooters. Also, huge shout out to Embark for making a free-to-play Server Slam, as I would definitely have had reservations about paying money for a game where I didn't really have much interest in it to begin with. But after playing it, I definitely see why people like it so much. Anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts on Arc Raiders down below, and if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more game reviews. If you're still here, then thank you so much for watching to the end. It means a lot. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.